Students, we are studying the chapter Microorganisms, Friend and Foe. We have studied about the different types of microorganisms and its usefulness. Today we'll begin with the harmful effects of microorganisms. How harmful microorganisms are. Some microorganisms are harmful to human beings, plants and animals, which causes diseases. Such diseases causing microorganisms are called as pathogens or germs. Harmful microbes. A few types of microorganisms cause diseases and those are called as pathogens. Diseases that can spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water or direct contact. The examples: common cold, chickenpox, AIDS, etc. Microorganisms also causes diseases in the animals as well as plants. For example, anthrax caused by a bacteria and affects humans and cattle. Citrus canker caused by bacteria, it affects citrus fruit which are khatta, spread by the air. Rust of wheat caused by virus affects vegetables and spread by insects. Malaria caused by pathogens Plasmodium and transmit by female mosquito Anopheles. Dengue caused by virus spread by female Aedes mosquito. So firstly, we will study about disease causing microorganisms in humans. Pathogens enter our body through the air we breathe, the water we drink, or the food we eat. Germs can also get transmitted by direct contact with an infected person. For that, as you can see nowadays, COVID 19, the cases of COVID 19 all over the world, that is coronavirus, through which people are getting infected from the infection of COVID 19 from an infected person to an healthy person. And even now in Jharkhand and in Ranchi, you can see the number of cases. Disease in humans, that can be through bacteria, through virus, any microorganisms. Bacterial diseases, examples are there: cholera, typhoid, tetanus, tuberculosis, pneumonia, etc. The pictures you can see there. Now, diseases can be communicable and non-communicable. Communicable diseases, the microbial diseases that can spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food or physical contact are called as communicable diseases. Examples: cholera, common cold, chickenpox and tuberculosis. When a person is suffering from common cold, sneezes, fine droplets of water or moisture carrying thousands of viruses may enter the body of a healthy person while breathing and gets infected. And the person who is healthy, he also gets infection and infected, and through them the other healthy persons also get infected. There are types of diseases: chronic and infectious disease. Chronic, a disease lasting 3 months or more that cannot be prevented or cured by medicines, are called as chronic disease. The symptoms are very common, most are preventable, usually leads to a long course of illness, as you have seen in the case of jaundice or malaria. Usually develop slowly. The firstly in a one day or 1 hour you cannot see the symptoms or infection, but within a week or a days, couple of days or within 2 weeks you can see the symptoms in them. Usually progresses over time. That means for a long duration, if the illness is there in the body, the person may get heart disease, diabetes, cancer, asthma, etc. Infectious diseases, diseases that can be carried and transmitted by humans or animals by different routes or sources. These includes bacteria is a source, virus is a source, fungi is a source, any microorganisms can be source. That's why we should always keep a handkerchief on a nose and mouth while sneezing or coughing. That should be done by everybody. Next, there are some insects and animals which act as carriers of disease causing microbes and harms the humans. Housefly is one such carrier. It sits on the garbage and animal excreta. Pathogen sticks to its bodies, and when these flies sits on uncovered food, they transfer the pathogens. Whoever eats that contaminated food is likely to get sick. So it is advisable to always keep food covered. You have already studied about and known about the female Anopheles mosquito, the female Aedes mosquito, which acts as a carrier. Now, we can control the spread of malaria and dengue also by some preventions. Mosquitoes breed in water, hence, we should not let water collect anywhere in the coolers, tires, flower pots, etc. By keeping the surrounding clean and dry, take some measures like which would help to avoid spread of disease. Here in the picture you can see the signs and the symptoms. A person is suffering from cholera. He is having diarrhea, continuous loose motion, that is in a form of rice water, stool, abdominal pain, vomiting, leg cramps, sunken eyes, low blood pressure. These are the symptoms of him. Next is a picture of chicken pox. A girl is having chicken pox. So due to when chicken pox is there, then the body gets heated up, having high fever, headache, cough, rashes in the body can be seen. The symptoms of malaria, which is caused by female Anopheles mosquito, is headache, sweating, dry cough, then stomach pain, body aching, muscular aching, etc. And a person having dengue, that also gets sickness several times. You can see a cycle over there. A human is getting the infection transmitting through a virus in saliva. That means the Aedes mosquito was having the saliva which was infected, that stinks to a healthy person. It get mixed with the blood. Viruses multiply and infect. The WBC and the lymphatic tissues get hampered. Then the mosquitoes take these viruses from that infected person again to a healthy person, and this way keeps on spreading. There is a table 2.1, some common human disease and caused by microorganisms. You can see the disease names are given, pathogens are given, and then mode of transmission is given and prevention is also given. These all things you will have to write in your copies. These are the common diseases and affecting humans. Next we'll study about the disease causing microorganisms in animals. Anthrax. It is a dangerous disease which is caused to human and cattle by a bacterium. Robert Koch in 1876 discovered the bacterium Bacillus anthracis, which causes anthrax diseases. Several microorganisms causes disease in the animals too. In the mouth and foot, disease of cattle is caused due by the viruses. And many more diseases are there which are caused to the goats, sheep, cows, etc. by different types of microorganisms. Diseases causing microorganisms in plants. Several microorganisms causes disease in plants like wheat, rice, potato, sugarcane, orange, apple and others. And its effect can be seen in the yield of the crops that get reduced. They can be controlled by using of certain chemicals which kill them. Can study about all this in table 2.2 in your NCERT books. The disease is given, the microorganisms, mode of transmission and the figures are also given. You have to draw and write all these things in your copy. Next we'll study about the food poisoning. When the food has reaction of chemicals and has become harmful or venomous, it is called as food poisoning. It could happen due to the bacteria and their toxins, due to viruses, due to chemicals, due to vegetable poisoning. Food poisoning, the signs and symptoms are nausea, headache, diarrhea, fever, abdominal cramps, dizziness, etc. It could also happen due to consumption of food spoiled by some microorganisms that grows on that food, sometimes produce toxic substance and makes the food poisonous, due to which serious illness and even death may happen. So we should eat fresh food and preserved food from being spoiled. The prevention of food poisoning, as you can see the picture, hand wash. You should wash your hand and surfaces oftenly. Separately keep raw and finished product. Thoroughly wash fruits and vegetables. Check best date before and after use of the packaged foods, and if you have a doubt, throw it out. By this way, we can prevent from food poisoning and we can take care of ourselves. That's all. Thank you. We will study about the other things in the next classes. Thank you.